Right, this is my UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Cannonier recap and breakdown. We'll start off with Dontail Myers versus Volta Walker. Good win for Volta. Um, Not the most impressive. I mean, Dontail Myers has like zero ground game. We know that. We knew like I thought this was a pretty clear win for Volta. Um, the only way I saw him losing this is if he bloody gassed out like he did in his first fight, but his first fight seems to have been a bit of a fluke loss. I think it was short notice as well, so it makes sense. But yeah, he went out there. Um, I missed this fight because it lagged while I was watching it. But I think he went out there, he got the takedown, got a heel hook. Yeah, he seems to have a real good heel hook, back-to-back heel hook wins. Um, yeah, like I said, it's a good win, but it's not a crazy impressive win. I don't think he'll be doing this to any top 10 heavyweight. You never know though. It's always exciting to see a new heavyweight, especially I think there's only 30 heavyweights in the division now. I saw a post saying that, so it's always good to have a new heavyweight in there. I'm excited. I think they should give him like a tie to Ivasa next. Um, yeah, that would be good, but I don't know. I think ties. I think they're gonna give him an unranked opponent next, someone who's a good matchup. Um, but yeah, great win for Volta. Um, yeah. Um, right, Vince Morales versus Elijah Smith. Great fight. Um, Absolute war, to be honest with you. I thought this was a really entertaining fight. Um, like I said, Vince Morales, was going to be tough. This is a close, very close fight. Vince Morales, he's a very good, tough veteran. Put up a good fight. Elijah Smith, he was doing well in the striking at first, but Vince started to find his way a bit in the striking. Um, and then Elijah started to dip into the takedowns a bit, looked really good on the ground. In the second round, they had a bit of a back and forth, constant reversals. Vince was kept them going for the submissions. There's times when I was like, "Whoa, is he about to submit Elijah?" But Elijah did really well at making it out. Submission defense looked phenomenal there. Third round, Elijah looked good again. Striking looked good. Busted Vince's nose up in the last round, I believe. Yeah, great win for Elijah. That's a very tough debut fight to have. But he looked great. Great win. Right, Gabriel Bonfim versus Chaos Williams. I mean, I thought Chaos was going to do a lot better than this. To be honest with you, he looked terrible. Bonfim was just he beat him every aspect of the game. He beat him. He was outstriking him. Chaos Williams couldn't do anything on the feet. Bonfim was somehow beating him at range, even though Chaos has a longer reach. I don't think Chaos understands what a reach is. I think Chaos is a tighter fighter. Sometimes he goes out and then he looks phenomenal, and then sometimes he goes out there and he just looks like he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Like the Orlando Bedoya fight. I think that's how you pronounce it. Some Mexican lad who came on short notice and he's pacing Williams up. That fight, man, I was gonna pick Bonfim, but I just thought Bonfim hasn't really looked the best in his last couple of fights. Chaos was coming off a great knockout win, man. But yeah, great win by Bonfim. He looked phenomenal in this fight. He looked amazing. He looked like a true MMA fighter. He looked good in every aspect of the game. Like I said, he was piecing up Chaos Williams. His jab looked phenomenal in this fight, and then gets that submission in the second round. Not I thought there was gonna I thought Chaos was gonna manage to make to make it to the next round, but the referee stopped it. I thought he was still there, to be honest with you, but then the referee stopped it and he was out cold. That was one of the most brutal submissions I've ever seen. Yeah, great win for Bonfim. Maybe he's a bit higher of a opponent next. Maybe he's a ranked opponent. Maybe he's a Randy Brown next to him. But great performance. Rafael Estevam. Yeah, he did what I thought he would. He let's see the statistics. Is it short control time? Doesn't show control time, but he basically just controlled him the entire fight. He started to gas out in the third round. That seems to be a theme. He did that in his last fight as well. But his grappling is amazing. His wrestling's great. Yeah, great win. Not much to say about this fight, to be honest. This is just went exactly how I thought it would go. Yeah, good win. I missed that one. Conor Matthews versus Jose Miguel Delgado. What a knockout. I mean, I think it was a jab to the body. He comes up with the overhand right. Beautiful knockout. He rocked Conor Matthews badly with a spinning back fist as well. After that, Conor Matthews wasn't, really properly there. And then, like I said, he finished off with the right hand over the top. Yeah, great win. What a win. Not like I said, another one. Not much to say about this. Yeah, good win for Delgado. This one I want to talk about. Rodolfo Vieira versus Andre Petroski. Listen, I was thinking of picking Petroski because Vieira struggles with his takedowns. I should have picked Petroski, man. Petroski can wrestle. I don't know what I was thinking. Vieira's known for struggling with his takedowns. And then when he can't get the takedown, he doesn't really do much. Vieira, listen, apart from the fact he couldn't get his takedowns, he didn't look that bad this fight. His boxing looked so much better. His striking looked so much better. I feel like he just doesn't have that confidence in his striking. Yeah, man, he's missing that confidence. He doesn't have the confidence to set up the traps. He was throwing that jab to the body so much, and he was getting Petroski so much, but he never set up the right hand. And that was annoying me, man. Yeah, if he has more, if he works on his striking a lot more, starts to build that confidence, he'll be a force to be reckoned with. He also needs to work on them takedowns. I mean, listen, Petroski's got really good takedown defense. But I thought Vieira would do better. Petroski, yeah. I mean, in the end, he just looked like he wanted to win more. In the last few seconds of the last round, he was the one pushing forward, trying to get the last couple of strikes in. Trying to make something meaningful in the last round. Vieira just looks like he's not really. I don't like to say he gave up, but when he couldn't really get the takedowns, he just didn't really look like he knew what to do. But apart from that, his striking looked better. Yeah, decent win for Petroski. Yeah, both of these didn't look the best. But yeah, right. Ismail Bonfim versus Nazim Sadikov. Worst doctor stoppage in the history of the UFC. What the hell is this doctor thinking? He's literally asking him, "Can you see out your eye?" His eye is wide open. It's not even shut. And I don't think he had like a broken orbital or anything because there wasn't any crazy swelling. What was that doctor thinking? Honestly, I had a feeling as soon as I pulled the doctor out, I had a feeling something was going to go wrong. And it's another stupid doctor stoppage. These doctors are annoying me in this sport now. It's just like the Johnny Walker versus Ankalaev first fight. Oh, it's so annoying. But anyway, let me talk about the fight. Ismail was looking good. I thought he was doing really well. He was out striking Nazim. He was pacing him up to be honest with you. But then I think it's about a minute left on the clock. Nazim might have been less, to be honest with you. Nazim hit him with a nice question mark kick. Rocks Bonfim. Bonfim recovered well though. He wasn't crazy hurt. Wasn't like he was out on his feet or anything. He was throwing back. Got in the clinch. He recovered well. This doctor stoppage annoyed me so much. But yeah, decent win for Nazim, I guess. Like, you can't even come away from this win and be like, "Oh, that's an amazing win." Beat a prospect like Bonfim. Doctor stoppages like this, it just messes up both fighters. Like, if he'd went out there in the next round and knocked him out, that's good. That's amazing. That's gonna set him so far ahead. But this doesn't really do much for either of them. Um, yeah, shame. But Bonfim looked good, man. They both looked good. Bonfim was piecing him up in early in the first round, and then like I said, Nazim rocked him, but that's about it. Right, Edmund Shabazian versus Dylan Budka. Great win for Edmund. Knocked him out in the first round. I was getting worried, to be honest with you, because Dylan was landing punches at first, but I think Edmund was just being patient, waiting for that punch. I think he knew. I think he said in the post-fight interview he knew that slip right hand was right there. I think he's just waiting for it. Rocks Dylan badly and then puts him out. Dylan Budka is terrible. I mean, he didn't even. I don't think he even tried to wrestle on this. I don't know. He might have shot a takedown and got it defended. I don't think he tried to shoot one though. Yeah, he's not good at all. He needs just come from the UFC at this point. Edwin, good win. Edwin's still young as well, man. I think he's on like 27. But yeah, I don't know where Edmund's supposed to go from here. He's just lost to GM3. He's not even high ranked. GM3 is good though. He's got great submissions. Yeah, man, I don't really know what to give him next. But good win, great win. Calvin Kattar versus Yusuf Zalal. I mean, what a performance by Zalal. Zalal pieced him up. He looked phenomenal. He looked like a prime Muhammad Ali out there. Jabbing Qatar's face off. Qatar couldn't touch him, man. I swear down the first 2 rounds, I don't think Qatar landed a single strike. Yeah, Zalal, I mean, a lot of people say, he's running, blah, 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 boring, whatever. I mean, he got the win. It wasn't the most entertaining fight, but Zalal looked good, and he secured his rank in the top 10 now. Kattar he couldn't seem to cut off Zalal. Zalal's a very hard fighter to cut off. Qatar couldn't really do much. Zalal, great performance, great game plan from Zalal. Went out there, yeah, he kept moving, jabbing, piecing Qatar's head up. Like I said, Qatar couldn't land. Zalal needs to give him, maybe he's give him a top 5 next, to be honest with you, because that's a really good win right there. Kattar, I don't know why he's supposed to go from here. What's that? A 4-fight losing streak. I mean, he needs to work on his game. He's too stationary. He doesn't move. This is the reason why he lost this. He couldn't cut off Zalal because he's so stationary. He'll throw a punch and he'll kind of wait there, and then Zalal's already gone. It was only in the last round he started to actually do something. He should have been doing that from the first round, to be honest with you. That's the only way you're gonna catch Zalal. You gotta make this fight dirty. You gotta cut him off. Maybe he's getting the clinch, trying to land them elbows. Maybe shoot a takedown if you can get it, but Calvin's not really a wrestler. But great win from Zalal. He couldn't take down Kattar. Kattar does have great takedown defense. I thought Zalal would be able to mix it up really well and take him down, but it seems like Zalal just wanted to stick to the striking. That was winning him the fight. But yeah, Kattar, man, it seems like the only person who's been able to affect Kattar on the ground is Aljo. That just shows how good Aljo's wrestling is. But yeah, great win for Zalal. Right, on to the next one. Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez. I said this was a possibility. I thought this was 50-50. I thought either Rodriguez is going to go out there and knock out Cannonier in the second round, or Cannonier is going to chin him later on. And that's what happened. Cannonier chinned him. Man, I really did believe in Rodriguez, but man, he literally gassed after. How did he gas out after the first round? How do you go into a 5-rounder, right, and gas out after the first round? Like, what's this guy doing for his cardio? Does he even train? Do a couple pads and that's it. This is so annoying when this happens, and it's annoying now because he's gonna RoboCop is so good and he's so entertaining, and to have him in the top 10 would have been amazing. But now he's gonna be fighting out the rankings, or it's annoying. But great win for Cannonier. I mean, Cannonier almost he got battered in the first round. Second round, Rodriguez seemed to take the round off. I've seen him doing that in one of his last fights. He likes to just take the round off and just kind of be patient. Looks like he's gassed, but then in the third round he came out with a bit more fire. Started to do a little bit more. But then he got badly rocked at the end of the round with an elbow. And it was weird because as Cannonier threw the elbow, Rodriguez threw a knee, so he was on one leg. So that elbow on top of him being on one leg kind of made it look quite bad, and he got knocked down. I think if he had both feet, maybe he wouldn't have got knocked down. Maybe he'd been stunned, but yeah. And then in the fourth round, he just gave up. I mean, he literally just whacked up and put his guard up, started doing a bloody George Foreman guard. You know, I'm like, what are you doing? And then got hit with a body shot, and then pounded, and then done. Man, this annoyed me so much. Because Cannonier's not going to do anything. Who's Cannonier going to fight next? Yeah, I mean, he's not going to fight a Sean Strickland. He's not going to fight anybody in top 5. He's going to probably fight another up-and-comer, like Brendan Allen or Fluffy or someone like that, and he's going to get battered. Simple as... I mean, actually, Brendan Allen, maybe he could be Brendan, but... You know, he's going to lose again. He's a journeyman at this point, and it's just annoying. Well, yeah, good win, I guess. This card wasn't that bad. It was a pretty fun card. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, like, sub, and if you disagree or agree with anything, tell me about it.